Hi. I I wanted to start today with this is this afternoon. It's Friday, the 28th, I believe, of April, 2023. This is my 18th Good Parts Challenge video, and I've been thinking on and off of what am I going to do today? What am I going to talk about? And uh, it's a little later in the day. I've had some things I was working on this morning. I had went to walked. I had a doctor appointment. I had a went on a Zoom meeting, and as the day wore on, I actually was woke up in the middle of the night thinking about some of these things. And so, what I wanted to share. By the way, my name is Bill Feaver, and I woke up with thinking about my friend Danny was talking about in his Good Parts Challenge that I was watching about he's a trucker and he's on the road a lot and he's busy and he saw his neighbor as he came home in the evening and as he was doing his Good Parts Challenge and he asked his neighbor to if he would mind using his riding lawnmower to mow his lawn for him because he just didn't have time. He hasn't gotten it ready for the season yet, and he's just was kind of pushed for time. And so the next morning, his neighbors already up at the crack of dawn mowing his lawn, and he really appreciated that. And he says that's a blessing to have neighbors that just really you can count on to help you when you need a little extra hand. And it got me to thinking of a story in my life where I grew up on a farm. And so I worked we had vineyard and orchards. It was several hundred acres. My dad farmed with his brothers. There was five brothers. And so I had a lot of cousins that I grew up working side by side with. And we did a lot of work. And my oldest uncle had severe arthritis, the kind that where your fingers are all just deformed and his feet were the same. He had a hard time walking even. And basically if he could get out and just he'd run parts if we were working on equipment, or he would just be there to help us in any way he can, but he couldn't really do any of the physical work. So a lot of the times when his lawn needed mowing, um, my dad would just grab my brother and myself and we'd go clean his yard. And every time my Uncle Herb would try and pay us. And my dad said, nope, nope, don't do it. And he wouldn't allow us to take any money from him. And basically what he was trying to teach us is you help people and you don't do it for money. You do it because you love them. And so that was one point that I remember about my dad. That story that stuck in my mind. My dad's been gone for over 50 years. He died when I was in my early 20s, and I got another story. My dad came from a big family. There was 10 kids, and he had uh, four brothers, and he had five sisters. And the youngest sister, her husband had this operation where he had a colostomy, and he was couldn't do anything for a couple of months while he was healing, and uh, so um, my dad would load our lawnmower and edger into the pickup, and we drive up to their house and mow the lawn. And we did it several times during the month or two that he was laid up. And again, my aunt really appreciated it. My dad, I think that gave him joy in helping others do the stuff like that. So those were 2 points that kind of related to what Danny was talking about neighbors. And the third thing I wanted to share with you was, and this happened several times, we're in a farming community, and you have in the wintertime you have to prune your vineyard to make it so that you'll have a crop for the next year, and so you have to prune the vines. And uh, a lot of the farmers had 20, 30, 40 acre ranches, and they'd hire it done, or they would do a lot of it themselves in those days. And so there was a member of our church who had a bad heart, and he was going through some things, and money wise, I think was really tight for him too. And so the church had all the men that were, that could go out and prune his vineyard for him. So it showed up. I think there was like 2 or 3 times we did this that I remember. There's like 40, 50 people show up, and you got that many people pruning, you can knock out quite a bit in a day or two. And so that was something that's really appreciated. It's really helping somebody, and doing the work makes you feel as good as the person receiving it. And I think a lot of times we've gotten away from a lot of those things, and I wish we would get back to more of those things in our society. And so I'm involved right now. If you liked what I had to say, would you share it? Connect with me on social media. And I I didn't put it in there, but I've got a banner. I can put a banner in here. Let's see what. Let's see. Let me see if I can type one real quick. Oh, here. This is yeah, 18. But I've got a links page that I'd like you to go to, that where you can connect with me, and it's at the bottom here. So let's see if we can go there. This is number 18, and show the banner. Let's see. Show. There it goes. And I'm at williamfeaver.com, and you can connect with me on this. And I'd like to ask you, to challenge you to do the same thing on this, and put hashtag goodpartschallenge, and put your name, and share some thoughts that you have, and we can connect. Also, I have some in there. There's a couple of business opportunities. So those opportunities, one of them is a online marketing and conversion business with a funnel builder, and a lot of it goes to basically where the people in that community help people that need help in building their business. And so I'm involved with that, and there's a business opportunity for you in that. But mainly it's to meet people and to connect with people there. And the other one is in the health industry, and there's a link in my links page too to that, where if you're in need of things, to supplements for vitamins and that kind of thing, to improve your health, to lose weight, to improve your health, click and look at that link too. That's another opportunity. But basically, I wanted to talk to you about the stories of how in my childhood that I remember. It started with Danny telling his story. So I really appreciate Danny. You're the best. And you all have a great day, and we will talk to you some other time.